Colorado. Rex, what's on your mind?
Hey, Brianna, thanks. My first time calling in.
Oh, well, welcome to the show.
Uh,
It's exciting to have you on.
Thank you. You're awesome. I want to talk about the Board of Peace. Yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
Trump and Jared Kushner and I think it was like 20 of them met and set up the new Gaza project and the Abrahamic Gateway and the ISF, which is the International Stabilization Force. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative. I voted for Trump 3 times. And I don't know. I just feel like this is really sketchy with everything going on with all the Epstein stuff. It feels like a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're lying to us. Everyone knows it. They obviously blackmailed all our leaders, and they have the Noahide laws. I'm not trying to get into all of that, but that stuff's scary to people like me that feel like we were completely lied to. And I don't know, I just feel like we should be talking about it. No one's even covering or talking about what happened yesterday. And to me, it's like, did we just see the covenant with many from the Antichrist, who is the charismatic businessman that rises in the end times to lead the Roman revived republic, becomes the chairman of the Board of Peace and establishes this peace system, and Israel marvels after him. Nobody can make war with him, and it's like, we're in the end times, guys. That's how I feel, and that's really what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, Rex, you're not alone. I actually posted about this yesterday on X because I was fired up when I saw this, mainly because I saw the president's commitment to, well, take our money, I guess. I guess that's where it's coming from, but there's really no specifics on it as of yet. But apparently we're going to be putting in about $10 billion into all of that. And so yesterday I was fired up when I saw, but again, it's like I can't handle the pile up of L's that I'm taking up these days. The glyphosate thing kind of sent me over the cliff yesterday. But then you saw this, and you're watching this, and you're just going, wait a minute, hold on. We're pouring billions and billions of dollars into rebuilding Gaza as if we had any role in any of that. It was Israel, obviously. But what about rebuilding American communities? I mean, $10 billion would be life-changing for so many Americans. Yeah, Rex, what were you going to say there?
It's just a joke. They obviously don't care about the people. It's class warfare. It's like, people like me, just regular, 30-something-year-old dudes born in Texas, are just completely tossed to the side for literally anyone else. And they don't represent our country. They represent themselves, the upper echelon elite, and possibly a foreign country. And it's not right. Not right at all.
Yeah, well, and it's suspicious when you see the breakdown, right? Because you see Jared Kushner up there, and we were told that Jared Kushner was going to have really no role in any of the political side of all of this because he had no interest. And now here we are. So I don't want to sit here and pretend like, oh, thank you, Jared, for help. It sounds good. It sounds like Board of Peace, maybe an alternative for the UN. We like that. But then when you see this,
you're just... It is, I'm sorry to cut you off. It is UN controlled. So at the end of 2027, as far as my understanding, they are going to transition it to the UN.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that didn't want to jump on board. By people, I mean countries, because they thought that this was going to replace that. I think it was the Vatican that said that they didn't want to do this because they were afraid this was going to try to replace the UN or was a challenge to the UN. So I think there's a lot of questions there, but I was fired up again about this. It's like a pile up of just L's that we're all taking left and right. And so I'm with you on this. I don't see the benefit to this at all. And again, this is our taxpayer money potentially going to be going. I can't imagine anyone else's money being poured into this, being shifted over there. I mean, Gaza is never going to be a luxurious vacation front. And this is why so many people were critical about Israel's response in all of this, because Israel completely depleted the area, and they used the justification of the terror attack of October 7th. And again, when October 7th happened, I was like, hey, you have to respond to that. That was my initial reaction. You can't just let that happen to your people. But then you see the reports that Israel knew that this was going to happen. In fact, Egypt saying that they gave them intel, and then our own government confirming that, yes, Israel did receive intel from Egypt saying that this was going to happen. And it's really hard to wrap my mind around the fact that Israel, which obviously has a very top-notch military response, and we all know that their 18-year-olds, their 19-year-olds walk around with their AKs attached to them. It's really hard for me to understand how this happened, right? Because these guys had their homemade propeller planes that they came in here, not even planes, but they came in here on those. And I mean, nobody detected this. The whole story itself is strange. We never got a straight answer on it. And again, you have to respond to a terror attack. What Hamas did was absolutely egregious. But if there was a lack of response and Israel knew about this in advance, then we have every right to be critical about this. But my frustration is that, Israel responded to it, and I understand why they responded to it. Again, I'm kind of neutral in the subject matter, honestly, between both Israel and how everyone else feels about it with the Middle East, and I usually stay out of that one. But this one has me fired up because it's not our responsibility as American taxpayers to not only pay for Israel to go out there and to get the weapons to do what they did to Gaza, but now we have to pay to reconstruct Gaza. It's absolute garbage. It's a money laundering scheme, and I've just had enough of it. I truly have. Rex, thanks for calling. It's another issue that I'm fired up on this beautiful Friday morning. I don't know. I don't know where we are really as a country right now, and it's really frustrating that this is what's going on. But we're here. We're here. Rex, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. Let's